Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Nakbil, and this is the Moving Truth with Pam. So, this is an interesting couple you're going to meet today, not just because they moved to Canada, but the love story behind it, and we will talk about that. So, first, let's have them introduce themselves. Ladies first.
My name is Nusrat, and I have been married to Naveed from about 12 years.
13, gonna be.
Gonna be 13.
So, yeah.
13.
So,
So,
12 years.
remembers more?
I'm good in dates, yeah.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
yes, he's very good at dates. So we have been, we knew each other like 1 year before we got married, and no more than that.
Yeah.
But we just
Yeah, we were dating for a year.
Yeah, we
almost.
were dating for a
Where
year.
are you originally from, Nusrat?
From Mumbai. It was called Bombay back then, so I was just about to say Bombay because that's what I'm so
You're used
habituated
to,
of saying.
okay?
So
And it's in India, okay?
it's
So-
in the state of Maharashtra.
Okay. And you?
Well, I was born and raised in Pakistan.
Your name.
My name is Naveed.
They don't know you.
Yeah, my name is Naveed. I was born and raised in Pakistan, the city of Karachi. That's one of the largest cities in Pakistan. Then, somewhere 2008, I moved to Dubai obviously for work. Stayed there for about 12 years. Met her in 2010, married in 2011, and
You had a plan. You had a plan there.
moved to Canada in 2020 permanently, and here I am in front of you.
Okay, before we go to that move, what is interesting and maybe not most people know, India and Pakistan actually have a little thing going on.
Yeah.
So when Naveed first told me that Nusrat was from India, I was thinking, should I even ask? So let me, give us a little bit of sense of how you met, and did cultures and did the countries you came from matter in this regard?
It was just pure love, I would say, that just attracted us to each other, and it just happened. And somehow our families did not object to
Okay.
anything, so it was way easier.
Because Asian families, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh yes, my
Yeah,
family.
Our families were very supportive
my,
in that.
My family especially was strict, and I was expecting some kind of a rift or
Yeah,
something,
something.
but but nothing happened as such.
that's a good thing. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. How did your family react?
It was
Naveed?
basically nothing. It's just I
Yeah.
informed them about it, that this is what I'm thinking, and this is a girl from India, and my mom was like, okay, that's nice.
Okay, so
And
nothing
I was
like
like,
that.
we both planned a lot before opening it up. That
It's like
if
you
they say
prepared.
this,
How-
if they say
how
this, you
and-
say this,
This-
and if they ask this, you give this answer.
You had a plan.
But no,
Yeah.
it all shattered because they did not say anything. He said, yeah, go ahead, nice.
So, I mean, it's more of people thinking that there is
Yeah.
I
than
would
there
say yes.
actually is.
Yes.
Okay.
We are
which is
normal
great.
people, right? We don't care all
Where
a
you're
number of
from,
things.
color, everything,
exactly. We're
nothing. It
beyond
doesn't
that.
matter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good love story. I mean, but there can be families who will
Oh yeah. no
definitely
doubts.
object,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Yeah.
sure. With India's now the #1 most populated country in the world.
Right.
So I guess a few of them will probably not agree to a relationship.
Right.
Okay, so before you came to Canada, that's a love story. Before you came to Canada, what were you doing in Dubai?
In Dubai, I was working first for a bank for about 5 years. That's where I met him. And then after we got married, the bank's policies came in between.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can't?
that we couldn't
Yeah.
work in the.
So it was the bank who didn't agree to the love.
Yeah, so we
Not
were
even the
basically
parents.
Yeah, actually
almost in
they,
the same team.
Oh,
they
wow.
did try to, place me somewhere else, but at that time recession was going on and a lot of stuff. So I couldn't find any other place to work in
Wow.
within the bank. But I moved to a sister concern company, which was an insurance company. So
That's weird, right? It's your parents agreed to the love relationship,
But the
but the
organization.
bank did not. Okay, that I did not expect. So how it happened? So you had to move. You stayed on with the bank.
Yeah, I stayed on.
So, what made you? I'm sure Dubai, income probably is great, very cosmopolitan. Everything's like, wow, big, sandy. What made you decide, hey, I'm going to leave Dubai and I'm going to go somewhere else in a very cold country?
He always says this one thing, very interesting thing, that I wasn't made for Pakistan. I was made for Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, I like cold weather. I like cold weather.
Oh, you like cold weather.
Yeah,
Me
I don't
too.
like hot weather.
I don't think I was meant for the Philippines. I mean, I can go and visit. I love my country.
Yeah.
I love the beaches. That I love.
Yeah.
That I love. But I like the cold better than the hot,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why you moved? The
Uh,
heat?
so
Come on, there must be
basically,
something.
That was not the beginning. So since we met first, and when I was convincing her to marry me, so her question was like, how? Like how it will work? Like we both cannot go to each other's country, and like situations. Yeah, it's not like you
that's
just go
the
there.
problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's what your situation will be
Yes.
when you move to either of the country.
Yeah,
That's when
it's
the-
not that simple. Like visiting is one part, but settling in there, me as
Okay.
a Pakistani in India or her as Indian in Pakistan,
Pakistan.
it's not that simple, not that easy. But so that's where something came up. Like we would have to move somewhere in some sort of country where we both can live together
And you're
forever.
accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the decision process, so many countries that will accept an Indian and Pakistan relationship, marriage. Why Canada?
Actually, the fact is, if we were well accepted in Dubai also, in Middle East also, we were
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
pretty much
exactly. I don't think
accepted.
there's a problem.
We did
Yeah.
not have any issues living
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
It was just that
You have to move at some point in time. You have to go back. You cannot stay there forever for
Because you can't
permanently.
be citizens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
Why?
at some point in time you have to go back. So that's where we started exploring number of options. We
So
explored
what were
different
the
countries.
options you explored?
One was Australia
Okay.
and one was New Zealand, but Canada was also one of the list, and Canada is the only country actually who accepted our application, and here we are.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted. Thank you, Canada. And we're here.
They
Yes.
they stayed in process, and probably 8 years down they are maybe still in process. I never
Oh, wow.
heard back from them, and it just when you get something like I didn't care that okay I'm moving to Canada, that's
In
it.
fact, I had friends who stayed there, studied there, lived there, and
Yeah.
still no offer for either permanent residency
Right.
or citizenship. I think Canada's great in that respect,
Oh,
that they
Yeah.
will
I
welcome
completely
you.
agree with that. Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much.
So, okay, Canada, what did you have to do to get here? Like, what is the process you took? Like, I came under the Atlantic Immigration Program
Okay.
pilot then.
Yeah,
So it was starting, but I know some people went through other pathways. What was your pathway?
So ours was a little different than the usual back then.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a provincial nominee program where
Okay.
it was the very first time when province of New Brunswick, the government of New Brunswick came down to Dubai, and they were
Dubai.
doing sessions.
Okay.
And we were part of the very first session back in 2016 somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it started. They interviewed us, they showed us the slideshows about the province, some information.
Hopewell
interview.
Rocks.
Yeah, number of
St.
things.
Andrews.
And till then, I had no idea this place even existed.
Same here.
All we heard is Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. that's it.
Montreal,
Yeah, so
Winnipeg, right?
exactly.
But
If-
like-
yeah, I didn't know that even.
When our families asked us, so where are you moving to Canada? Moncton, New Brunswick. Where's that?
Was that?
Exactly.
But I mean, knowing what we know, what here,
Mhm.
I don't know
Oh.
about you. We love Moncton.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We are
I
so
would probably
blessed
never
to
move
be-
out from here.
No way, no way.
I'm so happy here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you went through the provincial nominee program, 2016. How long did it take you to get the actual endorsement? Was it long? Was it
Yeah,
short?
It took it that time. It was not an online process, so we used to have a paper file. Paper
Oh.
letter mails are coming in and out. So it took us about 2 years to get PR, but then
Okay.
we delayed our arrival about a year. We came here in
Can you do
2019.
that?
Yeah,
Delay?
so we
Okay.
came. So there's a 12 months period from once your COPR is issued.
Okay.
So we came down in 2019 as a soft landing because I personally wanted to get a taste of a small town.
Okay.
I grew up in Karachi, which is like 22 million people at this point.
Oh, I know.
Okay, about 70% population of
How
Canada.
many was Mumbai?
About 32 million population, right? So it's
I'm
it's
very
big
bad
cities.
at stats.
I lived
Don't ask me.
in I lived in Dubai, which is about 4 million people. Toronto is even still matching
Yes.
the pace, but Moncton was like back 150,000 people, hardly the Greater Moncton
I
area.
think we're now, New Brunswick as a whole is around
800. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I love that. 800,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since I'm in real estate, so I've seen many places which did not exist 4 years, 3 years
Oh
ago,
my
or 2 years
gosh.
ago for that matter, right?
Oh my
So
goodness.
it was.
Yeah.
I just wanted to come down in
And
2019
see.
and see, can I survive here? Like,
But why Moncton? Why did you choose Moncton? I mean, there's Fredericton, the capital. There's St. John, Port
somehow
area.
I like the name.
So did you have to choose? I mean, how does a
But when we
PNB
came
go-
here, we drove to Fredericton, we went to St. John, and we stayed in Moncton. And somehow, like, I don't have any specific reasons to why, but I somehow like the vibe.
Yeah, I think the reason was there that it was still the biggest city of
Of
New
New Brunswick, yeah, probably somewhat like
You're
that.
right. I mean, it's the biggest city. It's not the capital, but still the biggest
It's the biggest city of New Brunswick, so yeah.
So you came in 2019, soft landing, and then you
Yeah.
left.
Then we left
Yeah.
back, yeah. With a
Then-
decision,
Okay.
That we are coming here.
Why did you have to leave? Why did you not
because
just
we
stay
did
on?
not pack up back in Dubai, yeah. So
The clothes were still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
a lot of things, yeah.
Were you? Did you have? I know you have two kids.
Yes.
How were they born then? Were they?
They were born in Dubai, yeah.
Okay.
2014.
How did they feel about moving?
Oh, they were too excited.
They're
And
excited?
When we came here, they were so happy playing in the snow.
Yeah.
The very first day when we came, it was snowing. The
So
very
you came winter.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
came
so-
in March. We came in March 2019, and back then it used to snow a lot.
I know.
So that time, the very first day, the kids were so excited that we want to go and play in the snow. And we were living in an apartment, I think, on the
Yeah.
second floor.
Yeah.
So they said we want to go, and
They just left.
and they just left without telling us.
Or without a proper
Kids.
clothing or anything.
Oh no problem.
Yeah, they just went
Without
out and
any
came
gift.
back in a minute.
And they were like,
Because they were
because
so
they were
cold.
so habituated of being in Dubai and not getting up
Well, you
before
can play in
going
the
out.
sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you have to prepare to be here? I know you said soft landing, then came in. What, because people like, some people, students, they have to prepare for the tuition, everything. What did you have to prepare for to be able to settle down properly?
No, like nothing very specific, but yeah, financial factor is one very important thing that when you go to a new place, you have no job, you have nothing. How will you start? Where will you find job? How long you're gonna be unemployed or things? So
Exactly.
yeah, your bank account really helps you in this.
Okay,
In this
I
situation.
agree. Did
Yeah.
you find work immediately?
Not immediately.
How
but yeah,
long?
it took me. So when we came permanently, that back in 2020,
2020.
that was COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes.
it was
Perfect timing, guys.
It was a difficult journey from Dubai till here. It was over 70 hours of flight,
Wow.
layover in Amsterdam
What?
for over
Wow.
over a day,
26 hours.
26 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
With
Toronto.
the kids.
With the kids.
Then we were
But
not
the
allowed
kids
to
had
enter.
a gala time.
Yeah. Then we were not allowed to enter New Brunswick because
Oh,
of
yes,
the
yes,
restrictions.
yes.
But then we finally came here, and
How
finding people
long
was
was the
difficult.
journey then?
Oh.
From Dubai to
Dubai to Moncton was over 15 days.
Yeah,
15
because we
days?
had to quarantine.
Did you
in
walk?
Toronto?
it seemed like
felt
you
like- it felt
walked.
like we were walking.
Yeah, yeah. it
Because you
really
had to
felt like-
quarantine
We had to
every
do two
place.
quarantines, one in Toronto, one after coming here in New Brunswick.
Oh my goodness.
so-
but how was it? Did you know people who were here?
I just had one friend,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
At least you had one friend.
and I am always really thankful to this guy because he came down, giving us groceries and making sure
Aw.
whatever is needed, he is bringing it for us.
You are
He-
you
yeah.
are very blessed because not many people have friends when they landed here, right? So, and at the time that it was COVID, you had someone who
Yeah.
can help you out. So, how long did it take for you to actually get a job? And what kind of job did you take?
So I was open for pretty much everything.
anything, right?
Anything, yeah, because I didn't want to eat up my savings.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into a financial stress that, okay, 6 months I'm waiting to get my dream job and everything ended and now I have to do anything
Yes.
just for the survival. So I was open for anything, and first job was in a call center which was supporting Rogers,
Okay. Hi,
at a
Rogers.
third party company, but I worked there pretty much like hardly a few days.
Okay.
And then I moved to another company, again customer service call center, and then TD insurance, and then real estate, what I do now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What made you jump from being a banker, which you were in Dubai,
Yeah.
to real estate? It's not that easy too.
So real estate was always my
Really?
passion kind of thing.
Yeah.
I never did it as a real estate agent, but I was always like investing and doing things
Okay.
on the side as a consumer. So I always liked it. So when here I was not able to find a job in my field, so I thought, okay, let's do something
Wow.
else. And how about real estate?
Reinvent yourself.
Yeah, so
that's a perfect
It was
opportunity.
a career
in time.
change, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm happy on what I'm doing, and I love
You have
my,
your time.
Yeah, I love my job. Yeah.
So how about Nusrat? Did you find the job easily as well?
No, my story is a bit complicated here.
Okay, let's hear the complicated story.
Because I worked for a bank initial 5 years. I used to work for the collections, credit
Oh.
card collections. So basically, call customers and tell them to pay.
Hey, right now.
They don't like you so much, right?
Yeah, but I loved the job.
You do?
Yeah.
Not many people do because it's stressful, right?
It's stressful, but that's one of the reasons why I met him. And secondly, because there was no in customer services. There's a lot of restrictions. You can't say this. You can't say that.
Okay,
You have
yeah,
to be
yes,
polite. You have to be nice.
Miscongeniality.
In my job, it was nothing like that.
Just get the money. That's it.
Just get the money.
So
Yeah, I
that's
wasn't
why you-
allowed to be too rude to the customers. That's
Because
obviously
collections
there.
you can, right?
Yeah.
So
but,
what happened? What job did you finally land? There are collection companies here as well, right?
Then I landed into accounts in the insurance company that I worked for in Dubai.
Okay.
So I worked in accounts for about 5 years, and I started liking that job too.
Okay.
So and I got very good with numbers. I was anyways good with math. So and accounting is all about numbers and
Yeah.
working around them. So I kind of liked doing that. But then I took a break because I wanted to. I was feeling that I'm not spending enough time with the kids. Yeah, so I just took a break for a while, and then we were planning to move here. So I just didn't start
But
working
here,
back
did you
again.
find a job immediately?
Year after I came here, it was like my studies again is another thing. I have studied nutrition.
So you're a
Back,
nutritionist?
yeah,
By
back in
education
Mumbai,
only.
I have studied nutrition, but I haven't practiced any.
Okay. Just
So-
for yourself.
Yeah, just for myself.
And for me,
So what
Which
happened?
doesn't
So what
help.
kind of job did you land into if you're a nutrition graduate and you work for a bank?
I did not land into any job that time.
Too complicated.
Too complicated.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to get to where you
So
are right now?
I opted to study. And I studied
Oh.
accounts because I did not study accounts as such, but I did have experience. I did know how
Just
it
apply
works.
it. Yeah. So you studied. Where did you study?
Eastern College.
Oh, Eastern. So you did finally accounting.
Accounting
she
studies.
did,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So now, and then after, you landed a job.
Yeah, immediately after.
But at least you're a permanent resident because the rate for a permanent resident is very different
Yeah.
from an
It
international.
was almost
The
free.
same? Really?
It's a little bit higher for international students.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like in NBCC, I hear it's like a third,
yeah,
Mhm.
almost a third.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, settling down. The kids, I'm sure, enjoyed.
Yeah,
They enjoyed.
every part of it.
But you guys, did you not feel like during this journey that you felt like you were not welcome? That you were like, what's happening? Why did I go here?
No way.
No,
Never?
It was always a great experience. I never faced any problems. Like local community was always welcoming,
Like
helpful.
even in your real estate business,
Yeah.
like why would I deal with you? Why can't I deal with someone else?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that thing is different because we are in competition, of course, with different realtors, but never faced anything specifically.
like
Yeah.
because you're an immigrant.
Yeah,
Like,
never.
Oh, that's
never,
good.
yeah.
That's good.
I've been blessed with because I'm surrounded by great people in my office, in my profession, neighborhood, everywhere.
The support system is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
How is your support system now? I mean, I know there's a lot of Indian nationals coming in, Pakistani not so much. But like, how is your support system with friends? Do you have more immigrant friends or local friends?
We have
Mix of
basically
both.
everywhere here, but more closely we have few families. Like we meet every weekend, and
Hang
to
out.
share stories and same culture, things like
Are
that.
they from India or from
From
Pakistan?
No,
Pakistan.
I influence it a lot.
Yeah, I am not a very people person.
Doesn't seem like, but
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, he is.
So he's kind of like.
So his friends are my friends.
Okay. But you should get somewhere. Okay, so what is it that you miss most about either Dubai or your home countries? Like, what is it that you miss most and fear most about being here?
About miss most, the only thing is food.
Food.
Yeah.
All immigrants say this.
Yeah.
Food. It's like you don't know where to get your own food, right?
Yeah. So we have a lot of Indian restaurants here
Yes.
now. I think 15, 16 or more than that.
I know there's
Yeah,
a lot.
but
Yeah,
there's
but when
no
we
single
came-
Pakistani restaurant here.
We should.
So-
you should solve that.
Yeah, I wish I could, but
You don't cook.
if I cook, then
Is it very different?
911 will be at the door all the time.
Is it very different?
It's a lot
Oh,
different, yeah.
wow.
Because she cooks both now. She knows
Okay.
the Pakistani food. She knows the taste. There are few things which are very similar. You say the same name, but the taste now she knows the difference as a
Yeah.
when she started
Initially, I
cooking.
used to not come to know, like, what is the difference? Why would you say this and not that? But eventually.
But now you adjust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is it that you fear most? Because you have families back home.
Yeah.
What is it that you fear most about being here?
Nothing. Not really of anything.
Not being able to visit families. So
Yeah, it's
often.
just
Yeah.
a long distance, a long flight, and being in Moncton, it's like extra 2-3 hours or 5 hours
You're right.
sometimes.
It's the family thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more
That's
of
the
that.
only thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everything else.
What advice would you give people who are planning to move to Canada, to Moncton? What is it that you think they have to be prepared for most?
A lot of things, yeah, because it's a challenging journey. When you come here, you have no friends, you have no family, you have no support, you don't know the language, you don't know the culture, new to the driving, new to schools, new to
New to
workplaces, everything. So everything is different. And being in an age of, let's say, early 30s or late 30s or even late 20s, still,
It's still young.
yeah, still, like if you have spent 25, 30 years
Yeah.
at one place and now you're moving, it's always going to be a challenge. So the most important thing, you should plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
Okay, set realistic expectations. It's not like moving to Canada, now the life is set. No, it's a beginning of next
Chapter.
challenging and struggles and those things, right? So it's the beginning of a new challenging life. So just set realistic expectations and plan yourself accordingly. Be ready for changes. There will be challenge every second step.
And did you feel like you're starting over again? Was it worth it, you think?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
Totally worth
Yeah.
it. Totally
Even
worth
if you had to start over again,
Yeah.
study, new career, is it
Yes.
worth everything?
Yeah.
it. Yeah, totally worth
Really?
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Like-
we have happy people here, people.
If you ask me, you want to, do we miss
Will you
Dubai?
do? Yeah.
Yes, we do. It was a great place, and we enjoyed our stay, and it has given us a lot. Right? We both met
Yeah.
there, right? But
That's
you,
the best gift
Yes,
Dubai
exactly.
has given.
Yeah.
but you asked me that, do you want to go back, and I would say no, not now.
Probably to visit. But
Yeah,
not-
Yeah, yeah.
visiting is
To
fine. I love
visiting,
traveling, but
yeah.
to move back, no, because I'm lacking it here, and the struggle is not over yet. A lot more to achieve, but it will keep coming. And going back and restart again does not make sense because
Yeah.
I like it here. It's more opportunities, better place, I would say.
So a sensitive question, as my last question. Will you ever get to visit each other's countries together?
Together.
Probably yes, yeah. It just
yes.
we need to plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
Yeah.
Probably put some armor in. The kids, how do they identify? Sorry, last question. How do they identify? Or do they identify as an Indian national or a Pakistan national?
They call them as they belong from Dubai.
True. Oh,
Yeah.
they're what, Dubaiists?
Emiratis.
Yeah.
Middle Easterners.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the kids. They probably just don't
Yeah.
care.
And this generation is global citizen. Like
Yeah,
They
true.
don't care where
It's
you
a
come
global
from and all.
village.
Yeah.
It's a global village.
That's right.
With that, thank you so much, Nusrat and Naveed. I'm so happy to have heard your love story as well. And I'm sure Moncton is very, very happy and well privileged to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having
much for having
us.
us
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
With that, we'll go. We'll see you at the next episode of the Moving Truth with Pam. Bye now.